This little gadget here is called the AirFly Pro, and let me just tell you, it is awesome. So over the last year, I've been using the AirFly Pro, which is great for traveling. But if you guys own one, it's also useful for a lot of other things. Let's go ahead and take a closer look and see what the AirFly Pro is all about. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ozzy and today I do have the AirFly Pro transmitter by 12 South, and this has been a great addition to my tech here at the studio. Now, this is not a sponsored video. I bought this with my own money and I've used this for about a year now, and I absolutely think this is a great fit here for the channel, and I wanted to talk about the top 5 practical ways that I've been using this in case you wanted to know a little bit more about it. This is marketed towards using it on an airplane, and you've probably seen a ton of videos of people using this for travel. Now, on my last trip to Mexico, I did buy this AirFly Pro for that reason, and it's because it was marketed that way. This is the solution that you're gonna get when you wanna connect your AirPods or your wireless headphones to the airplane TV screens. It's pretty standard on most airplanes. You are gonna get a TV screen that you're gonna have to plug in your aux cable, and that creates a wired connection. Now, if you wanted to make it wireless, you would have to use a transmitter, and that's what this here is for. This transmitter is great. It connects instantly, super easy to use, and I can testify to that because I bought it for that reason, so that I can connect my headphones wirelessly when I was traveling. The AirFly Pro doesn't disappoint, and it was definitely a good buy in my book. But we're not always traveling, so when I got home, I started to look for other ways on how I can use this transmitter with other tech, because I'm not always going to be traveling to Mexico or going out of the country and using this for that one-time use. So that's going to lead me to my number 2 point, converting all my Apple compatible devices to Bluetooth. I am an Apple user. I've always been an Apple user. And if you are as well, you are going to run into that situation where we've bought devices specifically for your iPod, your iPhone, and so on. Those devices are now a little bit obsolete because we don't have that 30-pin connection anymore. We are going out of Lightning and we're going into USB-C. So all of those devices that we've had in the past are now kind of unusable unless you still use the iPod. I actually still use my iPod, so it's a great way to make those devices Bluetooth. With the AirFly Pro, this is a transmitter, so it does have an aux cord. If you have Bluetooth speakers or the old iPod speakers that you can go ahead and plug an aux cord, you're going to be able to convert those devices into Bluetooth and then be able to connect them to your more modern devices like your iPod, your iPhone, your computer, all of those devices. So this transmitter really converts all your old tech that you might have stored away and bringing back life into them, where you can now connect your modern devices to them. A very quick example that I take advantage of is that I still use my iPod. So I'm able to use the transmitter, plug it into my iPod, and then connect my iPod to my AirPods. So now I'm able to use my iPod wirelessly, which you could not do before. And it brings a new way of using the tech, which is awesome. And this solves that problem. Now, talking about old tech, this is going to lead me into my number 3, which is going to be converting your stereo in your car into Bluetooth wireless. This has been awesome. Now, I don't have a brand new car. I don't have modern tech in my car, which is unfortunate, but I do have modern tech in my pocket. I do have the iPhone, and if you can relate, a lot of us are gonna go ahead and plug it into our car stereo with an aux cord or with a Bluetooth transmitter of some sort that plugs into your cigarette lighter or that little hole with the electronic plug that you can put in there. That is the way that I've been using it in the past. Ever since I bought the AirFly Pro, this has been a great addition to create a Bluetooth connection between my stereo in my car and my phone. There's no wires. Sometimes I even leave this in my car and I just let it sit there for a couple days, and as soon as I get into my car, it connects and it makes it for a nice, pleasant experience. Now, of course, I don't have CarPlay or anything like that, but it's just an easy way to connect your phone to your stereo wirelessly without any types of wires or anything like that. This makes it easy, and I truly do enjoy that as a way that I've been using this on a more daily basis. I actually think that that's probably one of my favorite alternative uses for this. So if you have a car that doesn't have Bluetooth, this will solve that problem, and it connects so nicely, so easily. And the only thing that I would say about that is that this holds a charge, that it holds a charge for a couple days, and then you're gonna have to recharge it. But if you have a charger in your car, just plug it into this, and it creates a little bit more of a mess, but it's definitely worth it. And I think for that reason alone, that's probably my second best use for the AirFly Pro. So jumping into my number 4th reason of how I use the AirFly Pro, and I do have to talk a little bit about gaming. Now, I've been using this AirFly Pro with my PlayStation 5, and it has been a pretty cool experience. If you have a little kid or you have people at home that sometimes we want to be a little bit quiet and we want to, plug in the headphones. You are able to plug it in here on the PlayStation controller, and it creates a nice audio straight to your headphones, and you'll be able to play no problem. Of course, you probably want to have your gaming headset. That would probably be a better option. But one of the great ways that you can use this is you can plug this into your PlayStation Portal. Now, if you have a PlayStation Portal, you know that it's not Bluetooth compatible at the moment. You do have to have proprietary headphones that don't connect to Bluetooth. It uses its own connection. But with this, again, it is a Bluetooth transmitter. You're able to plug this into your PlayStation Portal and convert that into a wireless audio experience. And that's been a very helpful way of using the AirFly Pro with my gaming devices. Now, if you've used this for other gaming devices, please let me know in the comments. And if you guys like the video so far, I'd appreciate if you leave a like. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe if you like this type of content. But let's talk about the last way of how I've been using the AirFly Pro, and I think a lot of people might benefit from this. For my 5th reason, the AirFly Pro is awesome for sharing audio with friends. Now, let me talk a little bit about this one. Now, before I went on my trip to Mexico, I did do a lot of research on figuring out how to plug in 2 pair of headphones to your iPad or your iPhone. If you guys have ever been there, you do know that the connection between 2 headphones and the 1 iPad is not easy. You are going to need 2 pair of Apple AirPods or Apple-made headphones, but you're not able to plug in your Bose or your Sony because they're not part of that ecosystem. So with this, it's going to solve that problem. You're going to be able to go on a road trip if you have 2 kids and you want to throw on a movie for them and have them share the iPad. This is going to be a great solution. You're going to be able to plug in their Bluetooth headphones. Now, when I went on my trip to Mexico, I actually downloaded a few movies on my iPad, and my wife and I got to watch them on the airplane using the one iPad. And then she had her Bose, and I'm a big fan of the Sony XM3s, and we solved the problem of being able to connect 2 headphones. Now, if you're interested in taking a look on how you can do that for yourself, click on this video here, because there I made a tutorial on exactly how to do that, and it would be much appreciated if you go ahead and take a look at that one. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe and stay tuned for more. Peace.